Hello, good morning everyone. So happy to have you back. Today we are going to tackle our last objective using row span and column span attributes in the managing information based in table. Thus far we have learned how to create and order domestic list. We have built basic tables. We have built definition list, and today we are going to see how to use row span and column span attributes. And to get started, I'm going to show you the end product. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to create a such like table. It's a complex table where we have the row span and the column span. Now, to get started, I'd like us to see a bit some of the tags that we will be using for row span and column span. We are going to use a caption. So far we have seen the table rows, table head, and table data. But today we are going to start with we're going to use a new tag called caption tag. And for attributes, so far we have seen the border attribute, but today we're going to consider column span and row span. Now let's have an idea of what is a column span and a row span. You see here, the column span, it allows a single table cell to span the width of more than one cell or column. You see here the column span, it spans the width of more than one cell or columns. Whereas the row span, actually, it allows the table cell to span the height. Here we're talking about the height. You see here it's supposed to have two rows, but this cell takes the place of two rows. That's why we call it row span. And here this cell takes the place of two columns. That's why we call it column span. So as I said, these are the tags that we're going to use to create a table with a column span and row span. We're going to use the table to start our table, and then we're going to use the caption description, which is going to give the description that's going to be inside the tag, and we're going to use the column and the row span. So without delay, we are going to Notepad++. Remember, the goal is to create this table, this one. We are going to create this table, and here in the design trap, we see that we are going to have a column span here, and we are going to have this is the row span, and we're going to have the column span here. So how to do it? Let's start building it with the Notepad. This is a blank one. I have started with the skeleton. I have type down to HTML. So first I have to give the title to my page. I can call it table span. Table span. Now down in the body, remember we have to, let's look for this is it, this one. We have to create something like this, and we start with the title using column span or row span. This is the H1, so we're going to type H1. We're going to start with H1 tag for the title. H1 for the title, and our title is using column span and row span. So this is what we are going to type using column span and row span. and roast pan. This is the title and roast pan. And then we are going to start building our table. Remember, the first tag that we should use is the table tag. Table tag. We open it and we're going to close it to make sure that everything is set properly. And everything will be inserted inside the table tag. And we're going to start with the attributes. The border attribute. We want to tell our browser that we're going to use border 1. Remember, in the previous video, we showed that if we don't put the border, our table will not be displayed properly. Okay, this being done, we are going to start with the caption. Look at our my schedule, like the title of the table. The caption shows the title of the table. So the title of this table is my schedule. So we're going to type the caption tag. We want to make sure that we close this caption. The caption tags. I said the caption tags describe the title of the table, and we're going to add a paragraph tag inside the caption. Then we're going to type the title of our table, which is my schedule. This is it. This being done, let's start with the first row. Let's start with the first row. Remember, notice that the first row starts with an empty cell, and there are 6 of them from Monday to Friday. There are 6 columns. So we are going to create the first row of 6 columns. And as you can notice, the first row is made of heads. They are not table data. We're going to use the heads because they are bold. Let's go. We're going to start with the TR tag that stands for table rows. We open it, make sure we close it before we forget. Okay, this is it. This is the first row that we are going to create, and in this row, we're going to start with the TH table head tag. TH, and there are 6 of them, as you can see. From here to there to here, there are 6 rows. So we are going to make 6 of them. I'm just copying, and I'm going to paste 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the first cell, as I said, is empty, so we're not going to write anything. We start here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Right, and let's save it and see how it looks like. Control S. I save it and I'm going to check it out to see how it looks like. Let me Go check it in your list. Okay, this is it. This is how it looks like. My first column, and put it this way. This is how it looks like. Remember that you can see that the first cell is empty, although it's small, but it's going to expand by the time we add other rows. Now, our second row starts with breakfast up to inlier. Breakfast is bold. We're going to create the second row actually of 6 columns that starts with breakfast. Let's go back and just copy. I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. The first notice something. The first cell in the second row is bold. It means it's TH. But the remaining cells, they are not bold. So we're going to use TD for table data. So I keep TH just for breakfast. That's the remaining are going to be TD. So I'm going ahead and delete. Put the TD tag. TD. There are 5 of them, I think. So I'm copying. I'm going to paste 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. The first is inlier with cronies, inliers. So I'm going to type inliers here. And down here with cronies. And you can see that from here to here, the 3 cells have the same name. So I'm just going to copy inliers and paste it 3 times. One, 2, 3. Save it and check it in the browser how it's going to look like. Try to refresh. This is it. Inliers 3 times. Something went wrong. Do you see? There are 2 cells that didn't pop out. So let's go back to correct it. You see that we didn't close the angle bracket here. So let's do it. Let's close the angle bracket. That's why it's always good to test your codes when you are programming to make sure that everything runs smoothly. So I saved it. I'm going to check again. Try to refresh. Okay, it's fine now. Now let's go down to the 3rd row. Here is the 3rd row, but here in the 3rd row we see that we have 1 cell that takes the place of 2 rows. This is what we call a column span. We're going to use column span here and column span here too. So let's start with morning. So I'm going to create a 3rd row. Text. The first cell is bold, so we're going to keep the TH tag and we're going to write morning. Morning. but the second cell, it's a big one that runs across two columns. We are going to use the column span attribute for it. Actually, we start first by typing the name of that cell. That cell's name, design traps. So we are going to type design trap, design trap, design traps. Now here in the TD, we are going to add the column span attribute. How do we do it? Space out, we write call span equal. Now we want, if you look here, you see that how many columns does it take? This cell takes 2 columns, so we're going to put column equal 2. This attribute tells the browser that here this cell is going to take 2 columns. It's going to merge. It's like merging cell in Excel. It's going to merge 2 cells actually. So we use the call span attribute to merge 2 cells. Now, this being said, we are going to move to improve hideouts, and this time improve hideouts takes 3 columns. 1 cell that takes the place of 3 columns, like 3 cells that was merged. So how do we do it? Let's go back here. In fact, we don't need these other tags. We're going to type improve hideouts. Improve hideouts. Improve hideouts. Okay. And then we're going to add the call span attribute. And this time our call span attribute equal to 3, since it merges 3 cells. Okay, let's save it. Control S and check it out. Let's refresh our page and see what happened. This is it. As you can see, let me widen. Okay. As you can see, it's two columns, and this one 3 column. It merges like 3 cells here, 2 cells here. Now let's continue. Let's continue. Here in this 1, 2, 3, 4, in the 4th row, the afternoon row, we have 5 cells that are normal, but the 6th one has a row span. So how do we do it? Let's first type the 5 first cells. Let's go down to Notepad++, and we're going to type the 5 first column or cells. I'm just going to copy and paste it here. The first one is afternoon, which is a table height. I'm going to write afternoon. After afternoon, we have table data. I'm just going to copy this down and paste it here. We have table data, trend minimum, trend minimum 4 times. So we're just going to write trend minimum 4 times. Trend minimums, and paste it 3 times. 4. Save it. But the last cell, world dominion, has a row span. Let's start by writing row dominion. Paste this and write world dominion, and we're going to add the attributes. World dominion. World domination, world domination. World domination. But this time around, world domination as a row span, we wanted to increase the height to match like 2 cells, as in this example here. World domination as a row span attribute. So how do we do it? We're going to make use of the row span attribute for it. So let's go here. We're going to type row span, and our row span will be equal to 2 because it's going to match 2 cells. Save it. Let's test it. Let's see how it looks like. Refresh. Okay, so far nothing happened because there's still one last row remaining. We have to tap this last row so that the row span can be effective. So let's go ahead and type this evening row. Let's do it, evening row. I'm going to type the evening row. I'm just going to copy this. And in the evening row we have only Manasho laughter. Manasho laughter. So there is only one thing. 4 times actually. Manasho laughter. As it's easy, I'm just going to copy 2, 3, 4. Save it. And refresh the tests. This is it. Let me widen the screen. So this is our end product. We have created a table using column span and row span. As you can see, in the morning row, design traps merges 2 cells actually. And to merge 2 cells, we used the column span attribute. And here, world domination took 2 cells as well. And to match these 2 cells, we use the row span attribute. The same thing here. And here the row span attribute is equal to 2 because it's merged 2 cells. The same here, but here in improved hideouts, the column span equal to 3 because it's merged it merged 3 cells. So this is it for today using column span and row span. As an activity for this Thursday, I will ask you to make this. Let me show you this one. Yeah, this is it. This is what you will do. I want you to create such simple table of FLA hotel. You start with room tariff. You see that room tariff is in bold. Mean you're going to use the TH, the table head. This you're going to use the caption tag, and this you're going to use the TH, the table head. And here you see that we have a row span of row span equal to 3 because it measures 3 cells. And here we have a column span equal to 2. So this is your work for this week. Take a picture. By this time, just pause the video, take a picture with your phone of this. You're going to use this table to create your own table and send it to me. You're going to create a web page just with this table. This is what I'm asking of you. So the end product will be something like this, but with the previous table. So this is it for today. Thank you very much. Hope to see you next week. If you have any question or something that you didn't understand, as usual, pause the video or go back to the video. But if still you cannot understand, let me know. Just call me or send me a WhatsApp message. So thank you very much. See you next week.